When you're talking to a girl, it doesn't really matter what you say, it matters how you say it. And the way you want to say things is you want to say them with passion. Be passionate about what you're talking about. I don't know if you can tell right now, but I love talking about this sort of stuff, and I'm passionate about it, and I show it, and it comes through. And a lot of the rules is that whatever you feel, she's gonna feel. So you could be talking about the most fascinating subject in the world, but if you're not passionate about it, or you show no emotion behind it when you say it, you're like a Vulcan when you talk, it's not going to be interesting. Conversely, you could be talking about the silliest, most ridiculous thing, but if you say it with passion and you're smiling, I guarantee you she's going to be giggling, and I guarantee you she's going to be a lot more interested in you and what you have to say. And a lot of people in the pickup community, they really don't focus on this. Most of them are talking about canned lines and routines and jokes and things of that nature. Those don't really get you the girls. They don't really give you a connection with that person. You're basically like a bad comedian you're hoping for a reaction from her. What I recommend is I recommend you talk about stuff that you're actually interested in. And the way you want to do it is like let's say you've been talking, maybe you did a little bit of chit chat at the bar or something. You just met this girl, or you've been talking to her for a little bit, and then you go off to the side and you're talking one on one. If I already went over what the most important skill in conversation is, which is listening, how to respond when she's talked to you, and then also questions that can get her to open up. But sometimes when you first start talking to someone, especially if you just met at the bar or something like that, it's kind of hard to get people to open up. So the way you want to get people to open up is by opening up yourself. Once you do it first, then it's more likely that she's going to be the one to do it after you. Or if she's already opened up and then she asks a question, well, tell me something about you or something like that, or you're talking about a certain subject and something that you're interested in pops up, and then you have a passionate piece behind that, or something like that. And so a lot of guys out there might be thinking, hey, Lloyd, listen, that's really great that you can talk with things that you're passionate about, but I don't really have anything that I'm passionate about. Well, yeah, you do. You have stuff that you're interested in. You have stuff that you like, that you do every single day, and you might not think the girl is interested in it, but if you're interested in it, those are the things that you should pick. Like, even the average guy watching this might be into, like, I don't know, Kanye West or Star Wars or something like that, and you might think, okay, well, a hot girl isn't gonna care about Star Wars, and she probably fucking won't. She probably thinks it's lame. But if you're interested in it, it matters how you say it and how you talk about it. I'll show you guys. So so I'm actually a big fan of Star Wars. I love it. I've always liked it as a little kid. In fact, when I was 8 years old, I remember going in to see Episode One. And before then, like, if you had asked me the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? I never would have known the answer. I might have said a fire truck or something like that. But after I saw that movie, I wanted to be a Jedi so badly. Didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do my homework. All I wanted to do was study to be a Jedi. And me and my friends, we would come over to each other's houses, and we would construct those. Do you know Legos? That's what we would do all day. We wouldn't look at our televisions. We wouldn't look at our phones. All we would do was build Legos all day. And I remember one time, me and my friend were racing. We built these pod racers, which is kind of a kind of ship that they had in the movie. We're building pod racers, and we're running around the house, and we were racing to trying to get to the end. And I wanted mine to win, so I threw it, and it ended up knocking over my friend's mom's her favorite lamp. It knocked over the lamp and it shattered everywhere, and I got in huge trouble about it. And I still played with Legos the next day. All right, so I just told a big story about Star Wars, and I was really passionate about it. You could tell how excited I got when I was talking about it. And look, she's probably still not going to be interested in Star Wars by the end of this story, but I guarantee you she's going to be more interested in me, because I talked about my childhood. I talked about why I love it so much, because as a little kid it was the first thing that I had really seen that was really cool and awesome to me, and it was the first thing that I really dreamed about and things that I wanted to do. I talked about dreams, I talked about childhood, I talked about friends. All of these things everyone has in common. Everyone can relate to them. So we started out with a topic that you thought, well, no girl's going to be interested in it, and we went to these universal emotional triggers that everybody has and everybody's going to be interested in. So you see how any sort of topic that you have can turn into something that can be really interesting, and you can be really passionate about it and express that to somebody. So, what I want you to do in this video is try and think of maybe like 5 topics, things that you're interested in or things that you do, and then come up with a story behind it. Come up with, a passionate speech behind, why you're so into it. I talk about this, I talk about physics. No matter how hot the girl is, I'm talking about this sort of stuff that I'm interested in. Don't think about what she is going to like. Think about what you like. Okay? So, come up with these topics, and I guarantee you, if you practice in the mirror, you practice in the car, or something like that, take a moment. Don't worry about whether you're saying ums and ahs too much. Worry about conveying, Jesus Christ. Worry about conveying emotion in these sorts of talks. I guarantee you, if you convey emotion, she's going to be, she's going to think that the story you're giving is interesting, and she's going to think that you're interesting as well. And this is what separates the guys who are, just kind of going around and having these average conversations with the guys that are up in the top 1%. These are the guys that girls think about. These are the guys that they go home with. They go home with the people that are... Jesus. Sorry about that. They go home with the people that are passionate. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this. I'm going to post more videos about how to have better conversations, and leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any questions about this, and let me know if there's any way that I can improve this channel. All right, good luck out there, you guys.